People, they own the government.
What's up, y'all? It's B coming back at y'all another video. We doing this video with Tucker Carlson talking about we're gonna have a revolution. I'm curious on it, so we're gonna get into it.
Come on, dude. We're moving toward one of two endpoints. One is a totalitarian society where you just don't have the option of disagreeing. You have to obey because you've got programmable digital currency and universal surveillance, and you just have to do what they say or they'll starve you to death.
It's not going to work here.
I hope it, I pray it doesn't.
It's not going to work.
We're going to have a revolution. It's one of the two.
One of the two.
We're getting totalitarian government or revolution.
It's going to work for a little bit, and then it's not going to work anymore.
I pray you're right.
Man.
I'm a gold buyer on that basis, an ammo buyer. But again, I have no track record of seeing the future, but I'm convinced that the current course won't work because it's a lie. If you tell people they own the government, they're in charge, they rule through representatives in this democratic republic. That's what we've told. That's our system. Has been for 250 years. If you tell them that's the system and you don't deliver on it, they go crazy. They go totally crazy. If you tell them, by the way, I've spent a lot of time in
What do you think happens when a government takes everybody's currency in a country that has more fucking guns and ammunition than anywhere else in the entire world?
We're gonna just start firing off. That was a very valid question. Like, extremely valid question.
I mean,
Our world.
Yeah?
When a government takes everybody's currency in a country that has more fucking guns and ammunition than anywhere else in the entire world.
It'd be an all-out gun war, bro. Like, that shit would be crazy.
I mean, as I've said a million times,
it works for a little bit. And then when the desperation kicks in, that shit doesn't fucking work.
Well, so that's exactly, we're saying the same thing. We're moving toward totalitarianism or revolution, violent revolution. By the way, if you tell people they can't say what they think and their vote doesn't matter, how many options have you left for them?
I mean, but their vote does matter. I mean, I think that's a problem with my generation is that we don't my uncle was talking to me about this. He was all like, you guys think your guys' votes don't matter, so you guys don't vote, what ends up hurting the economy even more. So I feel like that's part of our generation on always thinking it doesn't matter. But I mean, Tucker Carlson is saying it doesn't matter, then it must really not matter.
Just one.
Violence. Very fucking many.
That's right. So don't do that. Don't do that. It's much better to give a little. And you do this with your kids, you know, especially when they become teenagers. You reach a point where it's like, you can smell the defiance on them. How do I handle this? Just punch them in the face?
No, that was old school. We can't do that no more.
Cut them off, starve them out? No. You know, you listen, you make it clear that you're in charge, you'll be deciding, but you take their position into consideration because you have to, because they're becoming adults. You have to be a little flexible. No, you can't smoke weed at the breakfast table. Like, there's some things you will never accept.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can't ignore every single signal you're getting from your children. Well, your population's very similar.
I'm getting really angry right now.
Why?
But I think we should go. I think we should go out back and blow some shit.
Sorry.
Where do we go from here? So,
well, it's always darkest before it's completely black, as you know.
It's always darkness before it's completely black. Damn, that was a hell of a metaphor.
Sorry, I'm stealing someone else's line, but I do like.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Problem.
She's gonna go get your bottle, okay? Okay, okay.
Hold on, y'all. I'm coming right now.
I know. He's getting it. Okay. Keep it going out.
Why?
It's coming. It's coming. Look it. Look.
Relax.
Look. He will as soon as he sees the bottle. Okay, it's coming. My gosh.
Bro, you're so commanding. Why? Why are you so commanding?
That's my baby daddy. That's the way it works.
The damn bull. Bro, my son is more commanding than me. That's my karma, huh?
That line. I don't know. I mean, clearly just in political terms, we're at the end of something and the beginning of something new.
And it all depends how we look at it. I say it all depends how you look at it. You can look at it negative, you can look at it positive, or you can look at it from both standpoints, which I think is the more valid way is to look at it, because it could be great, but it also could be extremely bad.
Wants change. I don't, but we're not in control.
We're not.
And the current system clearly doesn't match the moment at all. And so it's changing, and it'll change along probably predictable lines, but also in some unpredictable ways. But I'm for democracy. Most people are not. The overwhelming majority of people don't want democracy. They just don't want it. They don't like it. It's tedious and annoying and too imperfect, and they want results. And so we're moving towards something that is not what we had before.
Hey, Grandma, what's democracy?
I've heard of it, but I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, me either. Let me look it up. Let me just look it up real quick and do a little education. Let me do a little education. Democracy, from a Greek word for people power, is a system where rules rest with citizens either directly or through elected representatives, emphasizing fundamental rights, free and fair election. That's what we have right now. Sounds like what we have right now.
And, I'm not in favor of that. I wish we could return to 1985, but we can't.
But no, we can't go. We can't turn the clock backwards.
But you have to just reduce the amount of lying. Like, lying is bad. Lying is bad.
Yeah, you're right.
It alienates you from other people. It alienates our leaders from their people they lead. Everything about it is bad. Just no more. Let's just
No
stop
more lying. Let's just be
Gen
truthful.
Zers are definitely not responding to the traditional bullshit. I mean, you had mentioned that that Nick Fuentes they are gravitating towards that. Then you got, the other side, Memdani, just won mayor of New York. I mean, what in your mind, what do you think
They're branches
10,
on the same
20 years
tree.
now from now, what does it look like?
I mean,
10, 20 years from now is scary to think about. If I'm being honest, like, where 10, 20 years from now is insane.
look,
Does it look the same?
I feel weird speaking for people 30 years younger than me or more. What do I know? But I have actually made an intensive, longitudinal, good faith effort to find out because I matter. Plus, I've got a ton of kids in that age range. And my impression right now is that, of course, they're enraged. Both sides are enraged by people serving Israel. What? Stop with the Israels. Be quiet. Nobody cares about Israel. Just shut up about Israel. But I don't think it's primarily about Israel. I really don't. I don't think people care that much. I know I don't care at all about Israel.
Yeah, me either. It doesn't affect me.
I really think it's about economics. I really do.
Yeah.
I think that's what Mamdani.
And just not everyone is carrying their own weight, I would say, too. I think us Americans became very lazy. In a lot of ways that we move, this easy accessibleness has made people lazy. You feel me? Especially just overconsumption, over accessibility, over cars, over all this stuff. It makes you so lazy. You think you can just put your hands up and you're done. You don't have to focus. But no, when you're actually trying to be something, it takes a lot more willpower than it would to just go clock in and to clock out. You feel me?
And Fuentes have in common. And there are a bunch of people who want to pretend it's about ethnic hate or even about foreign policy. I don't believe that. I don't think the evidence shows that. I think what they're really mad about is the lack of opportunity, economic opportunity that they know they're facing. And then if you look at the debt loads, that's what I look at.
Yeah, we're extremely in debt. And they're about to print more money, which means our debt is even going to increase even higher.
How in debt? How much debt does the average 30-year-old have, and who does he owe it to? And
A whole bunch of credit cards, a whole bunch of cars, all types of shit.
it's overwhelming. It's like
facts.
unbelievable. I
Yeah.
had 10 grand
Ow.
on a credit card once.
Big
I mean,
feet.
I literally couldn't
Ow.
sleep over it because that was weird.
You said he had what on his credit card? He had 10,000 on a credit card?
It's overwhelming. It's like unbelievable. I had 10 grand on a credit card once. I mean, I literally couldn't sleep over it.
Yeah, just the idea of having a extreme amount of balance on your credit card. I don't know how the hell y'all do it because I can't sleep if my credit card is too damn high.
Because that was weird. 25 years ago, 10 grand. I just didn't make enough money. I had to get another job. It was fine. But debt is the problem
Yep.
for young people.
Yep, and it's crazy too because no one told y'all to go into debt. Y'all did that. You feel me? Y'all want to be in debt. No one said that. So to a certain extent, I understand where the world is going because free will. And if you guys choose to do these things, we've had it so good for so long, and you guys can't pick it up, and you guys can't understand how to move and what you need to do with it, then of course you're gonna be at the bottom, and the elite's always gonna be at the top. That's how it's gonna be. Winners win, losers lose. It's a dog-eat-dog world, bro. That's always how it's been.
And what's so infuriating and alienating is that both parties are completely on the side of the lenders and not the
Yeah.
debtors.
That's true.
And in fact, it's a symbiotic relationship. There is no borrowing without lending and vice versa. They
True.
are engaged in this dance, and ultimately one is basically exploiting the other. That's just a fact. And no one will acknowledge that. So the Democratic Party is like, well, everyone has too much student loan debt. Well, so who's benefiting from student loan? Well, the student loan lender.
And the students are either because 9 times out of 10 they go get the college degree and can't find a job.
Lenders are benefiting, of
Right.
course, but so are the colleges. They're being subsidized for like garbage. It's garbage, right? They're getting rich from these student loans. The colleges are,
Yep.
and their administrators, and then so are the lenders. But the Democrats are like, well, so because of this, we're going to get rid of student loan debt, but taxpayers are going to pay for it. Really? So you spend your life trying to pay your kids' college tuition.
With the tax dollars that you're getting taken from, it's just a giant fucking loop.
It gets super expensive because the lenders and the colleges are getting rich, and then you have to pay for other people's college. Like,
That's crazy.
what?
It's insane.
And the Republicans are just like, shut up, pay your debts.
Yeah. Republicans don't care as long as they get paid.
It's your fault. Which is
To a certain extent, it is.
partly true. You
It's partly true. It's your fault. It
accrue a lot of
is.
debt. You shouldn't have.
Yeah, you should. Bro, that is exactly what I was saying earlier. It's at the end of the day, it comes down to free will, my guy. Like, if you want to put yourself in debt, that's because you do it. That's because you did it. But don't be in debt and try to give me financial advice. That will never fly with me. Like, you're in debt trying to give me financial advice. No, we obviously aren't the same. We don't even think the same.
On the other hand, it's not just you at fault. So here's the analogy that always occurs to me that I never hear anyone use, which is drug addiction.
That's true.
So you got the drug addict, and we disapprove of drug addiction. Of course we do, you fucking drug addict. But ultimately,
You said
we don't
fucking
punish the
drug
drug addict
addict.
as harshly as we punish the person who sells them the drugs, do we?
Yeah, he has a point there too. Bro, he's making solid points. He is making solid points. I don't hear nothing that he's saying that's wrong. Like
Who's worse, the addict or the dealer?
the dealer, for sure, for sure.
Obviously the dealer. Look at the penalties.
Yeah.
Look at the moral outrage. We matter at Pablo
But at the same time, it's like you ain't gonna knock the nigga hustle. You feel me? Like
Escobar
at least the nigga that's selling the drugs had to think a little more than the nigga that's just going to pick it up. You feel me? Like
or some guy dying of a drug OD in Central Park. It's not even close. Pablo Escobar is the root of the problem. He's the one getting rich from the addict's misery. Well, I have no idea why we don't assume the same posture toward debt.
yeah.
The kid shouldn't be, 50 grand in hock to a credit card company, but what about the credit card company? They have no role in this?
Yeah.
They sent this kid a credit card offer in college when
Yeah.
he's 23?
Okay, I get what he's saying.
They're letting him buy DoorDash on credit, which is very common now. Buy now, pay later, that's debt.
Yeah.
It's disguised, no interest, but there are late fees. It's debt, and it's
Yeah.
debt slavery, and they're enslaved by it. But the slave master never gets blamed, only the slave? Tell me how that works.
I mean, that's where it comes down to just a doggy dog world. We're in USA. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, poor Americans." Like, no, bro. At the end of the day, America has done enough for us. In my opinion, I feel like they've done more than enough for us. Yeah, healthcare is not the best. Yeah, the food's not the best anymore. Yeah, the water's not the best anymore. Yeah, everything is not the best anymore. But if you go to a foreign country, like if you're going to Ghana or some shit, or Africa, where it's really bad, on the bad sides of Africa, not the good sides of Africa, because they always show you the bad sides, but there's actually really good sides to Africa. It's a lot better than what others have. And that's where it kind of comes down to, with us Americans, we're just a little ungrateful, in my opinion. And even for myself, I can say growing up, I was ungrateful, but at the same time, I was young and I was a kid. So I mean, I'm still learning, still growing. So to a certain extent, the accountability has to be on us Americans as well. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. The government doesn't help us, our situation. But at the end of the day, it comes down to us and what we choose.
That is totally illegitimate. It's immoral. And it's on us as adults. I mean,
Yeah.
I have no debt. That's rule one, no debt.
No debt.
I won't buy. I can't afford it. I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
Not because I'm a virtuous person, because I'm so afraid of debt, because I know that it means no freedom.
Yeah.
I'm indebted. I'm literally indebted. I'm not free.
Facts.
And no one ever says that. Anyone who says it is like, shut up, socialist. But even the socialists aren't saying it. That's what blows my freaking mind. That's when you know it is a real conspiracy. You talk to the DSA kids. Oh, I'm so radical. I'm DSA. Whites are bad. I'm pro-trans. That's not radical, dude. That's just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You want to challenge power? Why don't you criticize the banks once in a while? What?
But at the same time, the banks are always going to be the banks. You feel me? Like, why am I going to sit here trying to argue? Or that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not going to change. The system's not going to change. So get used to it. Adapt to it.
All they want to talk about is race and gender. Where's
Race and gender has nothing to do with this.
the real power? In
Yup.
white
Facts.
supremacy, when whites are...
I don't feel like race has any power. This, at the end of the day, it comes down to your mind, and it comes down to, can you use it or can you not? Point blank period. I don't give a fuck if you're blue or green. If you can use your brain better than somebody else, you deserve to get paid more. Point blank period.
dying off? It's not a white supremacy, son.
It's not.
It's at Citibank and JP Morgan. And then the left is way up and all this other garbage meant to divide the population against itself to keep them from challenging actual power. And I'm not for revolution, but we're going to get a revolution if we don't
we are.
readjust a little bit soon.
We are.
So I would say let's hold lenders at least as accountable as we hold debtors, because that's fair and obvious. And in fact, poor people, disgusting. And if we can't,
All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's love. It's always love, man.